AITA for changing the door locks back after my wife changed them? I am not oop. This is a repost subreddit originally posted on r/Amethyst by u. Sockno7319. Original BORU with first 2 updates. Original post plus all updates. Update 2. It was edited into the original BORU, but in case you missed it, my sister and my mom left a few minutes ago. My sister had a bag of my wife's things. More than I thought was gone. Most items are in poor shape. The big thing is she had my wife's grandmother's ring I thought was in the safe. I had no idea it was gone. My sister said that she found it on my wife's nightstand during the party. She forgot she had it on when she left our home. The ring isn't valuable, it's just sentimental. I told my mom who the ring belonged to. My mom lost it. My sister is now grounded. Last update tonight. My wife is coming home. I am staying at a friend's house. Until we can work some of this out. I already stated it, but I did put the locks back on my wife bought. My family doesn't have that key. Early morning update. My mom called my wife last night and asked what my sister can do to replace the damaged items. My wife said, have her meet me every morning at 5 a.m. I decided to tag along and see what my wife had planned, trying to support her in whatever punishment she decides to do. You know, the cinnamon rolls. My wife's co-worker's 4 years old is in the final stages of cancer. My wife's plan is for my sister and her to prepare breakfast, get their other kids up and ready for the day, start laundry, basic cleanup, so her coworker and his wife can spend as much time as he can with the sick child before work. My sister was silent the whole time coming back home. I can tell it really hit her that her life isn't as hard, even being grounded. Last and final post. My wife has given me a second chance as long as I follow her list of rules. 1. For a while, no family at our home. 2. No family borrowing our things. 3. No one is allowed a key. 4. I help with the chores around the house, including cooking meals. 5. Last, my wife is okay with me seeing my sister but asked that we all go to counseling to understand why my sister is targeting her. My wife said all of this has been really hard and she doesn't want to cause more issues, but she just doesn't trust my sister and can't have her using out things. Relevant comments from Oop. About the cinnamon rolls. I tried a couple of times. First time I used regular sugar. I didn't know it needed to be brown sugar. The second time it didn't roll very well. Let's just say my wife stifled her laugh and thanked me for effort. We both took today off and have been home together. I did post a update. I told my wife we could set cameras up if she wanted to. She said she would think about it. What Oop learned. 1. I shouldn't have dismissed my wife cleaning up after other people, myself included. Point 2. When my wife complained about things missing, I should have found out who took them and made them pay. Point 3. When my wife changed the locks, I should have left them and told my sis no. She set a boundary and I shouldn't have crossed it. Point 4. I should have listened to my wife. Why he pays for some of sister's things. My dad died of a heart attack when we were young. My mom did the best she could to raise us. I am the oldest and I have always helped where I could. More details about the stolen stuff. She said she took some things. Her 2 best friends took some things. My mom said her makeup palettes were trashed. I don't even know what that is. My mom took photos to know which ones were taken, then tossed them. The clothes have spills and torn in some areas. In poor condition. Lotions, soaps, that kind of stuff was mostly gone. I do plan on telling my wife. My sister begged me not to. I need to. My wife took it out of the safe. She carries a key and I do. That being said, my wife loves the ring and if she isn't wearing it, it should be in the safe. Mom's reaction. No, my mom was angry but became more mad once she listened to the ring part. My sister is grounded. No electronics. No driving. No friends. All of that is my sister life right now. She is allowed to go to school and home right now. I am sure my mom added to it when they left because she wasn't done talking when they left. It's all I saw and heard about. About the stolen items, the friends. I did not tell her coach, but the coach knows. Yes, the other girls did steal from my wife as well. They are all on the team. My wife forwarded me their messages, told me what they did, said. Girl 1. Her parents are strict. Her mom is a stay-at-home mom. The mother took what happened to my wife like a slap in the face. She gave my wife a check for the stolen items. The girls' punishment is to do their family's laundry for a month for leaving a mess. This weekend is a holiday weekend. She has to organize a bake sale. Do all of the baking. The proceeds will go to my wife. The bake sale money is for eating the cinnamon rolls. Girl 2. Her parents messages my wife asking if they could come over in person to apologize. They didn't mention any punishments. I don't know if there is one or not. Girl 1. Has to pay her parents back for the stolen items. I am just a little surprised she gave her multiple punishments. One for each thing. I have never heard of that before. My sister was upset when she messaged my wife. She asked if we said anything because all three have been called into a meeting with the coach over it. She has her phone at school for emergencies. My mom is driving her back and forth. So if my mom gets called into work, then someone else will have to pick my sister up. So she gets it when she is dropped off and has to hand it over when she is picked up. My mom installed a parenting app that prevents her from going on the internet, and she can see who she texts and calls. About the family, the cinnamon rolls were for. My sister helped a lot today. She was nice and helped their 2-year-old girl get dressed and braided her hair. The 2-year-old clung to my sister quite a bit. My sister hugged her and put her down when it was time to go. The 2-year-old started to cry. My sister went back and picked her up and turned on cartoons the little girl liked and waited until she was distracted and slipped out the door. No, we know one day isn't enough. The plan is to do this until the girl passes away, giving her parents as much time with her as possible. They have mountains of medical debt, a pending funeral, and regular bills. The dad doesn't feel like he can take off of work right now, making his time limited at home. Oops said in a comment he would update again after sister has the meeting with her coach. She forgot she had it on when she left our home. I just want to send the mother of girl 1 a gold star. The fact there was a punishment for each wrong the girl did is great. You leave a mess, you'll be picking up someone else's. You steal clothes and dirty it, you'll be doing laundry. You steal food, you'll be baking and selling it to give the money away. So he didn't even ever help clean his own house. Was apparently having his wife watch his sister. Refused to acknowledge the super obvious fact that his sister was stealing. Belittled his wife's baking effort. And get away with everything with basically a slap on the wrist. I don't know what I want to happen. But damn, it's not all on his sister. 4. Help with the chores around the house, including cooking meals. You mean the husband didn't do anything before? Contender for the greatest husband award right here. But they didn't actually identify why the sister was taking her things and ruining them. A lot of trouble could have been saved if this guy had just pulled his head out of his ass and not been such an insufferable asshole. Like, that whole list of things he learned can basically be summarized as: I learned my wife is a person worth of admiration and respect, and I should believe her when she says things. He's lucky she came back. Even the girls getting in trouble with their coach and potentially jeopardizing scholarships. could have been prevented if he hadn't ignored his sister's behavior in the beginning. The wife sounds like an absolutely lovely person. Her husband is a chump and the sister is a little brat. I am more hopeful now compared to OOP's previous updates that things will turn around. The OOP's wife is a godsend, and it's shocking that she was being outright abused before all of this. OOP should continue to beg for forgiveness until the end of the millennia. Nothing like terminal illness to slap kids into reality. I can tell it really hit her that her life isn't as hard. Even being grounded. Oh, good. She realized that cancer is worse than being grounded. That's a good first step. SMH. It sucks that they were all using this kind woman. Oop's wife. With the excuse of, she loves to serve people. Yes. When she chooses to and however she chooses to. You can't use that as an excuse and make her serve you. She's doing a kind thing for her coworker's family, and that's the kind of serving she does. Not entertain bratty teens and allow them to trash the house and steal her things. I'm hoping the sister opens up about what the core issue is. But given that she's almost 18, I worry they won't be able to guide her in the right direction anymore. What if she chooses to go back to how she was 'cause she's an adult? You don't help with the chores. Those chores are yours too. I really hate this husband. He is so out of touch, and his wife can do so much better. The sister is a boss and the husband still says she was great with the poor family dealing with cancer. He can't understand two kinds of punishment? He will try and clean up after himself now? Asshat. This is clumsily written enough that I don't think it's a troll. Which is. I wish it was a troll. I wish little kids didn't get cancer. They do though. My friend's kid is fine now. Only feeling I got from Oop's post. Updates. And comments as he's idling. Like he's got this weak personality and has to be given directions as if he doesn't know what to do. In regards to anything. That's the vibe I get from Oop. Baffles me how he can type the post with no self-awareness. Help with chores. Did anyone else catch that? He's lucky to have his wife. She's definitely the better half. Oop is still weak-willed towards his sister and hasn't seemed like he's learned anything, matured, from this situation at all. Like, where's the anger at the way his wife has been treated? Where's the fear that she's still going to leave him? Where's even the confusion as to why his sister is acting like this? This is mostly just a bland recitation of the situation as it stands, but Oop is displaying zero emotions, and that's weird. Like, he can't even be arsed to be a little concerned about the financial aspect of ruined clothing, makeup, skincare, anything. Actually, now that I think about it, the only emotion in his writing is confusion at hearing people sometimes get punished for multiple things and not just all at once. Dude said his father passed away, so he helped out where he could. But he's still doing the most with his siblings, paying for things his sister should be paying for. I highly doubt that his sister is just being an asshole. I think she is targeting his wife because she feels his wife is stealing him away from her. To purposefully destroy his wife's property shows she clearly has some unaddressed issues, and his sister is obsessive, jealous of the wife. I just really hate how spineless Oop is. He refuses to acknowledge the comments who are appalled by his sister's behavior, and will continue to coddle his sister. Poor wife. In the original, Oop didn't say the cinnamon rolls were for a family whose 4-year-old was dying from cancer. The fact that his sister literally stole food from the mouths of children and he was like, oh well. Person shrugging light skin tone is really telling. He's also really oblivious and needs to become more self-aware. I can't believe his wife put up with it for so long.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Cast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.